Hello, today, let's explore the past perfect continuous tense in English. It's a way to talk about actions that started in the past and kept going until another point in the past. Some also call it the past perfect progressive. Now, when do we use it? Think of a timeline. We use this tense when we want to talk about an action that started in the past, continued for a while, and then ended at a specific point in the past. It's like capturing a slice of time. The past perfect continuous tense is not like the present perfect continuous that expresses an action that started in the past and kept continuing until the present. Instead, the past perfect continuous tense denotes an action that started in the past, continued in the past, and also ended at a certain point in the past. Let's see some examples. She had been studying for 2 hours when the phone rang. This means she was studying, and then the phone rang. Or, they had been traveling for days before they reached their destination. Now, there's another situation to consider. Sometimes, we use the past perfect continuous when an action continued right up to a particular moment in the past. Picture this: when you saw us, we had been running for 6 miles, and we still had a mile to go. Now, let's bring this to life with a practical example. Imagine someone asking you, how long had you been studying English when you moved to Victoria? In this question, had been studying indicates the duration of your English studies before you moved. It's a perfect example of using the past perfect continuous tense to express the ongoing nature of an action leading up to a specific past event. Now that we know what the past perfect continuous tense is, let's talk about how to form it. We construct this tense using had been plus the verb's present participle, which is the root of the verb plus ing. The sentence "he had been working on the project for 2 hours" conveys that the action of working on the project started in the past, continued for a duration of 2 hours, and then stopped. The past perfect continuous tense helps emphasize the duration of the activity leading up to a specific point in the past. She had been studying all night for the exam. She started studying in the past, continued throughout the night, and likely stopped when the exam began. They had been living in the city for 5 years before they decided to move. Their living in the city had a duration of 5 years before they made the decision to move. I had been practicing the guitar before the concert. The practice on the guitar started earlier in the past and continued until the concert.
Now, let's talk about expressing negation. To form a negative sentence in the past perfect continuous, we simply add not after had. For example, I had not been studying for long when the power went out. In this sentence, the negation not is added after had, creating had not been studying. It communicates that the studying was not happening for an extended period before the power outage. Now, let's explore asking questions. To form an interrogative sentence, we swap the subject and had been.
Had she been working on the project for hours before the meeting? Here, the word order shifts, placing had at the beginning. This structure helps us inquire about the duration of her work on the project before the meeting.
Fantastic job, language learners! If you found this helpful, Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep practicing, and until next time, happy learning.